Our coach continuously says, Coach Bird, she says that we have not reached our full potential. We haven't played to the best of our ability this entire season, and we're still waiting for that to come. Obviously, we want the last 2 matches of the season to be the best. So every match we're just looking to grow and get better and hopefully inch towards that full potential.
It's like who's going to play best, like when it matters, and like that's everybody in this league is so good that it's just you got to show up.
Just competing every day in practice will make my teammates work harder, and that's the whole point, you know? Staying on a growth mindset and like, okay, like what ways can I get better to help my team?
There's no slowing down. Just because it's the end of the season, there might be some aches and pains, but we've had a core 16 group the entire time, so we're pushing each other. We know that we can't back down just because we've clinched playoffs.
How do we play our best every match? And that's been our focus going forward. It's just like, because it's just going to come down to, like, it doesn't matter about rankings once it's the final 4 teams. Like, who's going to show up and who's going to play their best, and that's just, we're working on that mindset of just playing our best and showing up and seeing what we need to bring each time.
Set left side for Reagan Cooper. There's a kill for Cooper. Pass on a banjo, cleans it up, and Omaha has evened it at 1.
You know, we're fighting to defend something and earn something new. So, yeah, I've loved being a part of this team, and seeing where we started from in training camp till now is like crazy because it's only been like 3 months. But yeah, the evolution has been amazing this season.
I was literally thinking about this on my drive over here today. I said, wow, like our last match here is in 3 days? 3 days on Sunday. And that's, you know, it's really something I don't ever want to take for granted. I think there was a match, I think 2 home games ago, I grabbed Nati's hand and I said, like, just look at this crowd that we have, look at this opportunity. And sometimes you just got to take those moments and, you know, take it in. And so I really try every single morning never to take it for granted. But the closer it gets to the end of season, and especially the end of just being able to play at CHI, definitely never want to take those moments for granted.
Coming here to Omaha was probably the best thing I've done, and just being surrounded by such a great staff, teammates. Being the last game, it's going to be emotional.
Like absorbing it all in and taking it all in, and just like being really good at cherishing each moment. And we have the best people and the best staff, and just not seeing them every day is going to be a big change, but I'm excited.
I mean, we talk about not wanting to take off our jerseys when that final ball drops. You know, you never know when your last game could be, and I never know when my last game in CHI is, so I'm definitely soaking in every last minute of these last home weekends here.
It's been an amazing season. I don't know where I'll be in a month from now, let alone next season. So yeah, just gonna take everything in and really enjoy the moments with my teammates. Luckily we have playoffs, so it's not over yet, but yeah, definitely gonna take a time and just look around and really appreciate what this place is.
By Payne, bumps that left side for Batenhorst. That's a kill for Allie Batenhorst. The crowd loves that one. Payne again. Serves Maddox, that's an ace. It's blocked. Covered by Nunneveller. Nati set to Batenhorst again. Off the top of the block and down. The Supernovas, 19-7. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, the site of the 2025 PBF playoffs, where this afternoon the Supernovas begin this weekend's festivities with a battle against the Indy Ignite. Indy wins the first 25-17 over the Supernovas. Indy dominant. 25-23, the Supernovas even it up as we head to the third. Omaha wins a nail-biter, a back-and-forth third. They've won back-to-back sets. Tosses that ball up. Serves to Beer. Hilly back to DeBeer on the left pin. It's through the block and drops. 25-20. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Buckle up, we go to the fifth.
Going in as the number 1 seed is you can't underestimate anyone. We always have the passion, we have the fire, we have the grit, but it's those execution for a couple points here and there. And unfortunately, Indy had a better game.
Indy ends the Supernovas season. Heartbreak Hotel in Vegas. Omaha ends at 21-8. The Supernovas will not repeat.
The semifinal we knew was going to be a battle. Obviously, Indy's a great team. We were not great, but we battled. I mean, I'm proud of this team, the way that we fought, kept ourselves in it. We definitely had opportunities, but we just needed to finish and execute at a higher level.
You know, going into a 5th set, it's going to go one way or the other. So it was nice. Positives were we fought hard for every point, regardless of what was going right and what wasn't. I would say negatives was just, it felt like a really high emotion game as much as we tried to make it not.
Obviously frustrated we lost, but then to me it was, okay, last year we were on the opposite side of this. Points fell for us last year rather than against us. We pulled out a 5th set win, obviously won the championship. This year, same thing, 5th set, points didn't quite go our way, didn't execute on the little things. Now it's our time to kind of get the short end of the stick there. So it's like a bittersweet thing.
You win some, you lose some, you learn from it. But that last point, again, like I said, that game is gonna carry us for a little bit here. Not because I think the season was a failure, but I think because we didn't accomplish as much as I know we could have.
There were probably some regrets in terms of how we played. It was I knew it was all done, but it was I was still trying to, the way my brain works, I was still trying to think of everything I could have done better, or things that, it was oh, what could I have done that last point? The point that just finished, what could I have done in that last point to maybe extend that game a little longer? It was a lot to process, but there was just a lot of adrenaline, honestly, running through my body still.
It was a great team. Our whole experience, this whole season, culminated into this big thing, and you want to see that storybook ending when you have such a special group and a special franchise behind you, and just the way that this whole season panned out, and that's not how we wanted to finish. But I think the fact that we still had each other in that moment was kind of what we were leaning on.
In that instant of a moment, I was still, obviously there's a lot of emotions and there was more anger. Clearly as a coach, I'm knowing and already thinking of things that we should have done and should have executed better in those moments. But for them and the journey and the season that we've had, you do your best as individuals to be proud and lean on each other in those moments. And the best part is our fans, and they traveled out there, and so we made sure in that moment that we acknowledged them, and we made sure to turn and wave and at least have that moment with them, because we knew that was going to be our last moment on the court together.
I look in the crowd and then I start to get a little emotional, just because obviously, they came and they're cheering for us to go win another championship, and we're playing for them to do that as well. Unfortunately, that wasn't the result, but you just have to appreciate it while you have it. And yeah, just so much gratitude for them.
We don't want to take off our jerseys, so that wasn't a thought in my mind at all. So once it got to that point where it was actually happening, it was just so defeating that there was nothing we could do in all the work we had put in this entire season. It was just over, just like that. But I mean, reflecting on it now, I wouldn't trade it for the world, especially, again, with these people that we were with.
Well, what I want you to do is I want you to reach under your chair and grab the photo that's under there, and I want you to take a couple seconds to
Oh no.
look at it.
I saw that. I almost picked it up when I walked in.
I didn't even see that. Oh no, is it gonna make me cry? Oh.
10 years down the line, when you look back at that photo, what are you gonna think about when it comes to the Supernovas?
Yeah. I'm gonna hope and pray that all of these girls are still in my life in 10 years. Oh, it's so sad. Why'd you ask that?
I can think of when I look at this picture. It's just a group of great women, great athletes that came together and fought for each other. You know, I don't even know at the top of my head, but when I say joy, I'm gonna think of joy.
I'm honestly just looking at all of our faces and like we just are so genuinely happy.
That's not like a fake smile. Like it's not like a smile for the camera. Like it was like we were genuinely like happy there. And it just like, I feel like it encompasses this entire team.
And that's what I'm gonna remember. Just always smiling with this group, laughing with this group, like belly laughing with this group.
I don't know, when I look at this, like I could see it hanging on my fridge forever and all these big smiles. Like this was like what our season was like all about in one picture. So I think that's really sweet. And I think I'll just be flooded with a ton of great memories, a lot of core memories, a lot of funny memories, so.
This team brought so much fun into the gym every single day, from coaches to players to staff. That's just what I'm gonna remember most is just, again, the smiles. Like everybody's smiles on this photo is one of a kind and so special, and I think that's something I'll remember forever.
The first thing that is gonna come to my mind is that I never took anything or anybody for granted. I don't think and I don't feel any regrets during the season and towards anybody or from anybody, because I know every day we were trying to be their best we could be.
This year was so cool. It was fun to build a roster and then get to know everyone, but to see all of the relationships and the bond build with this team. There were challenges. There's always challenges within teams, but it was like there was like an easiness about this group.
I kind of joke that I get to be a head coach without the pressure. Like Bird really gives me a lot of freedom to have decision making, to add my input, which I don't think a lot of 25-year-olds get.
Yeah, well, I'm 24 for life, so he's 25, but it's not like we're that big of an age difference. Just get that on the record. I've always been a believer in when you're on a staff and you're part of a team, there really is no age. I mean, everyone's gonna bring some type of experience, some level of expertise, and who they are. And so that's how I have kind of always looked at everyone that's a part of any organization or team that I've been on.
Again, the season didn't necessarily end how we had hoped and wanted, but some of the best teams don't always win a championship. If you can find the joy and your appreciation for everything we accomplished this season, there's going to be so many positives.
It's the off the court and the interactions and the daily grind of practice, but it's all the things around that, and that's what we focused on. If you look at our whiteboard, it's everything inside the court, and it's all the words and the things that you pour into each other, and that's what made this team special.
I hope I impacted them in a positive way, first of all. You know, I hope that I was a good role model to them in the beginning of their career, because I'm pretty much at the end of mine.
Yeah, it was quite terrifying coming into it, because it's a whole new level. You're with so many girls that you watched playing growing up, and now I'm playing with them. But I think I've grown more as a person, I would say, than as a player. I feel like I've learned to be selfless, and I've learned to be caring, and I've learned to be sympathetic, and I think these girls have taught me that.
Just being able to grow as a person, getting to hear so many great stories. Everybody's in a lot of different life stages, so like getting to talk with Nati about like things that are going on in her life, or like Mac, who's just a few years older, but getting to kind of learn about everybody like off the court. What do I love about the sport? What do I love about life? What do I love about these teammates? And just being able to go from there.
There's just so many great people, and I've just been so grateful to be able to play with all of these women and play with these coaches and play for this organization. And I feel like I'm still learning so much, and I have so much left in me.
I just always felt so comfortable. Like and I wasn't expecting that coming onto a team with so much talent and like honestly a lot of pressure, since it was like national champions and stuff. But they really value all the different personalities on this team.
We knew what everybody else needed from us, so that's why probably we were so together, that togetherness. Whenever you don't get tired of people, even though you see them every day and all that, I think I want to thank everybody for that.
Yeah, and I hope I was the best leader that I could be for the team and for them. And sometimes you might not even know that for years to come. Maybe in like 10 years, I get a call from some of my teammates saying thank you.
This group just fought a lot. They gave it everything they had, and I think they just embodied like the definition of what we feel it is to be a Supernova.